Yeah. Welcome back to Unpopular Honesty. I am Cornbread Capone, and this is an interview I've been waiting to do for a while now. My guest on the phone is someone that the 409 should look to as far as what to do when you get in position. And the reason why I say that is because this man is from the 409, and he took himself and he put himself in a position and then did what most people didn't do: come back to the town and spread love. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Clover G Boss. What's going on, my brother?
What's good, man? Hey, I like that introduction, man. Appreciate you. Man, you know what? Before we get started, I want to give your flowers too, man. Shit, you OG in the game. You know, you got the plateau you putting us on. You feel me? It's a lot of people, we trying to bump each other off. You made a plateau where you could help other artists. So you're doing the same thing I'm doing. So we gotta collab on something, man.
Yeah, man, no doubt. Man, let's start at the beginning. When did you realize that you was gonna make music?
Man, it's funny. I got two older brothers, and they both, rap. You know what I'm saying? Back in them days, there was gang banging and stuff, man. But for some odd reason, I was watching cartoons. I was on my X-Men shit, you know what I'm saying? But my brothers, they would come to me, man, like they would come to me and be like, "Hey, you think there's too many words in the boy? Hey, listen to this." And they would really rap this to me like I didn't give a damn about no rap. And but my opinion meant everything to them, even as a youngster. So I picked up on it, of course, because that's my role model, that was my idol. So I always wanted to be like my brother. So I had to pick up on it. And when I picked up on it, it's like it became like a superpower. It's like it was part of me. Music. Like my homeboy told me too. Like when we was young, he said when everybody would listen to music, he said I was the only one like breaking down the beat, and like I was really studying music like way back then. And that's because of my brothers. I had to. I picked up on it, and it just became like part of me.
That's what's up, man. Do you remember the first record you recorded and when that was?
Man, the first record, man. That's funny you say that. Yeah, I do. Man, believe it or not, I was the kid that had like a million tablets. Cause all through school, I used to write. I was quiet as hell, man. I'd be in my little zone. I'll be right. But I never been in the studio, man. Believe it or not, shout out, Ricky Granger, Silky Red.
Already.
Believe it or not, I used to write forever, and I don't know what it was like my little brother and him like super cool. And one day, man, I think my car broke down on me, man. Red pulled up on me, and he was like, "Hey, you want to go to the studio?" And I never been to like a professional big studio. So, and it was weird that he said that. 'Cause, me and Red wasn't cool like that at the time, man. And but we was from the same neighborhood. And I remember getting my tablets. We went to the studio, and I remember nervous as hell. And that was a little different though because they used to rehearse all kinds of stuff. I was kind of ripping and running. I was moving too fast to sit still. So I was like the AI of music, man. I was like, man, I ain't about to rehearse nothing. But I had to learn. I had to learn real fast because I was hard. And actually, they taught me how to be obedient in the music. They taught me that. Like at first, I couldn't pick up on it. I thought it was whack. And that's my first rap was actually in the studio. And everybody was like, "Damn." Matter of fact, no, I lied. That ain't the first time. The first time was remember we had the mall in Beaumont. You remember that?
Uh huh.
Yeah, and there wasn't no pad. And, freestyle was like big then because we started off freestyle. That's my first time in the studio. When I went to the studio, it was like seven of us, and I was the only one in the hood that didn't rap. Everybody else like took it kind of serious. So after we got out the booth, we was we kids. We was like, man, who went the hardest? And I think like all 6 of them was like me. And when they said that, I'm like, man, that damn, I'm going freestyle. I killed it on the pad.
Damn.
Bro, like the music.
So
And I mean,
when did you so was that the moment that you took it serious, or was it soon after
yeah,
that?
yeah. That's when it was. 'Cause I was surprised because I was already nervous as hell. The freestyling, like that's the hardest thing to do for me. You know what I'm saying? Make sense out of it, and for all of them to be like, man, that Chris with the hardest. I was like, yeah,
So when did you release your first project?
man, my from, but man, it's like, yeah, he shot my first like my video. He shot that video for me, and I put that album together quick, man. He gave me a spot to record it. I don't think we had to pay nothing, man. It was love. It was like perfect timing. And that's like I think it was my first solo album. It was called Platinum Swag.
Okay, I remember
And
having. I still
and
have
yeah,
that.
it sparked something in me, man. I was proud of myself. I said, man,
Was
it
that
felt good
around
to
the?
put a project together by yourself. So I
Was
think
that
that's
around
what kind of
2012 or
yeah, that was my
2013?
first album.
Was that around 2012 or 2013 when you put that out?
Huh?
Was that around 2012 or 2013, or was that before?
I don't sure. I'm not go get. I don't even. I can't remember what time. That was when DJ Player. That was like right before I got introduced to Flip, because that's why I was. I was with Verse Records for like 2-3 years.
For real?
And yeah. I was with him for a good minute.
Damn, talk about that, cause I didn't never know that. I didn't ever know you
Yeah,
was with.
yeah. Oh, you know, yeah, man. That's it was a man. Everybody on the squad was hard too. Everybody was like, it was funny because we was all like, it's like a slight competition, but inside the label, but everybody was cold. You had Trailblaze, man. You had who else you had? There's a bunch of them, man. You had Trade 3. Man, it's like a family. It's like a brotherhood, man. It was loud. I enjoyed it, man. But the one thing I heard the last interview you did, and she was speaking on DJ Player not cussing.
Right.
And them days, like, man, everything I said was a cuss word. So it was awkward, funny when I heard the interview because that's how I remember DJ Player. He never cussed, and believe it or not, he had put me on the level where I felt bad. I feel like, damn, I ain't got no vocabulary, man. All this cussing I'm doing, and I actually learned how to write without cussing like that. Like he got me ready, like the radio. Like I was already ready for the radio because I was already rapping without cursing.
Right.
And yeah, I dedicate that to him, man, because it was just because it was used to be hard. It was damn near impossible for me not to, what I'm saying, to say a verse and not curse. But
Well,
now I do it with ease. I do it with ease now. So
believe it or not, at one point early on with myself, I used to have cursing very bad. I was cursing at every song, like just excessively. But now I've gotten to the point to where if it's not necessary, I won't use it, and I can express myself without profanity.
exactly, and that's a level, that takes skill.
Yeah,
That takes
dude.
skill, man. So I had to learn it, man. I thought that was like awesome. I'm like, man, how do we rap without cursing? Because music ain't nothing but emotion. You capture that emotion, and you giving it back to people so they can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because they can relate to it.
I
And
can honestly say
that takes skill. It takes vocabulary, man. So
it
yeah.
takes skill, but see, back in and when we was young, we didn't look at it like that because okay, back then it would be you chilling with your partners. Y'all might be on the block, y'all might be at the court, might be at the park, but somebody gonna say bust a rhyme. And back then, at that time frame,
Yeah,
you didn't bust no rhyme that didn't have no cursing in it.
I know. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, even though it was taught to me from him, but I thought it was whack then though. You know what I'm saying? But that shows, that show. I
Yeah.
had to grow. I had to mature a little bit. But at the time, I was like, man, who in the hell don't curse? Then until I heard Chameleon there did it. That was like the second person. It was DJ
Yeah.
Player, Chameleon there. I'm like, okay, man, damn, that shit. And now it was still like impossible to me. I was like, how are they doing it? And so
Well, it can be done though. But you started talking about player music, so you met him after you made the Platinum Swag project?
nah, he actually was like that was my first album by myself.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it was my first album by myself. When I started with like two cats. They got me in the studio, man. It was like a sort of group thing. I was just like the third party. And I just remember a lot of people, man. I had a lot of support early, man. A lot of support. And they was like, bro, you need to do your own thing, man. Man, you hard, man. And, the guy in my head, look, I got a slight ego. And, I had to step out. It was kind of hard, to step out on your own. Then he came out of nowhere. He was like, hey, bro, like, you want to be down with Verse Records? I'm like, yeah. And man, he shot the first video. Man, he had the studio lined up, and I think I knocked that. I knocked that out like fast. And that was my
Man.
first project. And after that, I was hooked. I was hooked. I say this what it is right here.
So how did you get down with Clover G Records?
Clover G was that's weird because like Verse Records, it was a lot of us on there,
Right.
and I was learning a lot. I'm always learning. I study stuff. I study the music. And I was like, man, I could really break off myself. And I wanted to do like independent. And, I learned so much. I was like, man, I could do this by myself, man, and I just wanted to branch out. And I just wanted to show the world, man. And when Flip came, it was actually at a bad time. When Flip came, I already had my mind made up, man. Like, I'm by myself. I'm about to I could do this by myself. I didn't, and I was studying him, everybody, Master P, like I could do this by myself. So when he came, it was like I didn't want to fuck with Flip. Then everybody that was in my ear was like, no. Then when I went to go visit my brother in the pen, I'm like, hey, Flip, like he don't want me to get down with the team. My brother was like, no. He said, no, man. He said, do your own thing. Everybody was telling me no. And so the only reason I really gave Flip a chance was because everybody said no. And like one thing about me, like, I take not only chances, but I like to do things like I like to do what everybody else not doing. So if everybody's saying don't give Flip a chance, it's like, man, I got to give him a chance, man. Like I'm backwards, man.
I
So
understand that logic.
yeah, and I didn't. And it was weird though. When I say my mind was made up, my mind was made up. So when I got with Flip, I was really on guard. Like, you hear about the deals getting messed over, and all that. But believe it or not, being patient, giving them a chance. It took a couple of years or more, but it was a lot of stuff I couldn't do by myself. It was a lot of connects I couldn't never get, and I never had a feature. Never knew what a feature felt like. I used to always wonder like what would a Bowman feature sound like with our favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a dream, man. So I got with him. It was like it was like weird because all of us like he got so much respect. It's like, man, that was messing with me on the strength of him.
Right.
And I'm like, damn. I remember calling him like, bro, like man, I'm like thanking him like, hey man, I couldn't do this like without you. And right then and there, I knew everybody that told me no was wrong. And
Yeah.
then it was even more connects. Then more doors opened up, and like radio, man, you really need like a label. The label has a PR. You need like it's better to be independent. You really don't need a label for nothing. Like you said, only a label come in. It's dying out. A label still has certain connects that we would never be able to get unless we
Right.
got that label. And that's where that label came in for me, man. Like, and I was just able to do like all kinds of stuff, man. I'm like, dang, it's kind of cool,
So how long have you been with Clover G Records?
man. Probably like 4 5 years. I probably a good 5 years.
That's what's up, man. And what
Could be possibly six though, because I was sitting on the label for a good 3 years for sure. Not really. Just I was just on there, just trying to. It's a lot of artists. It's a whole lot of artists, man. So you got to
right.
wait your time and there. I was patient though, and I was studying the game. So shit, it could be good 6 years the most.
That's what's up. Now I have to ask you this, because we hear about a lot of artists from the town who get on, and the first thing they do is leave.
Yeah,
With your situation, it's a little different. You got on with Clover G,
yeah,
and you moved back to the town. What made you
yeah.
do? What was the inspiration behind that move?
Well, to be real with you, I moved. I hit a corner. I'm still in the 409, but I hit PA.
Right,
I had to hit a corner just to move. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people start knocking at your door out the blue.
right,
So, but I don't know. It was home. It's home, and I'm already kind of ducked off. So,
right,
I wanted to, like one of my prayers, and when I pray, man, like it's like stay humble.
right,
I didn't want to be like everybody else. I didn't want to be, what I'm saying. I didn't want to be ego. I didn't want to be shitting on nobody. I don't want to be throwing that in nobody's face, man. I wanted to like do whatever I can to help. Really the humble people like myself, like the real. It's a lot of talent. It's a lot of talent. I brag on Bowman like all the time, man. I got so
right,
tired of bragging on Bowman, I start throwing people on the song. So I know they're gonna jam me. So throw somebody on the song. I'm waiting for them to say, man, who that? You know what I'm saying?
right.
So that's what I'm on now, man. I'm even working on like a Bowman compilation.
Yeah,
You the first. Dime Dada. I'm getting all y'all boys, man. We gonna work something out like a everybody could put it out. But yeah, I just want to do a compilation, man. I've really just been bragging for so long. Shit, I just want to show the world.
right. I feel that, man, and I can't wait to be a part of that one. What I was gonna ask you was, 409 is a very diverse music scene if you're tapped into it.
Yeah.
What from your standpoint, what do you think about the 409 scene?
Man, honestly,
Musically.
man, I think for nine lit. It's just we still stuck. We consume like Beaumont's small too, so our minds we consume it to the small ass city. It's like but if we could just broaden our horizon, man, it's like it's more than just like it's enough for everybody to shine.
Right,
But instead of everybody shining, it got to be a best. Somebody got to be the best. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And I think that's what's throwing the monkey wrench in the game. It's like, man, everybody can shine. I think everybody got their time. Everybody can time. Everybody got their time. But we just what I'm saying, like show love. We would have been on. You know what I'm saying? We would have been on. Like
well, I say that because I was a part of, back in 2010, 2011, about that time frame, there was a movement going on called Fold 9 We Got Next. Do you remember that?
yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
It was
That
out
was
like that. Yeah.
that was a moment where it looked like Beaumont was finna be a city like Atlanta, had everyone work together. But this is what happened. People got in each other's ears and started talking that shit. That led to division. Division led to a lot of beefs because a lot of people started beefing around that time, and they still don't deal with each other today, including myself. You know what I'm saying? So And I can honestly say that was probably the last time where the city had a chance at
And I thought it was a
breaking
genius
through. And
idea. I loved it too, man. That's what I'm saying. It's booming. Like we think too small, man. Like this, I see it. We all got fans, right? Everybody got a fan. It almost even the cats that can't rap, man. They got fans. Believe it or not, they got supporters, strong supporters. Man, we all work together, man. That's a whole nother fan that didn't know about you.
right,
That's gonna if they mess with them strong, they gonna mess with you probably stronger. That's what love go farther than hate. And if you really pay attention, man, like you never see a hater. The hater can have all the talent in the world, but you never see a hater just really level up. A hater stay in one spot, man. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
like love is stronger, man. So that's what I'm trying. It's kind of hard though. It's easier said than done. Cause we
right.
come from Beaumont, man. It's a lot of hate,
A whole lot of hate.
a whole lot of hate. But you know what I'm saying? I'm in my own lane though, so I ain't got to worry about being the best or even being in that conversation. I'm cool. Like I be paying attention to it though. I'll be laughing myself. But
Well,
and
I'm gonna say this: rap has always been competitive, and
yeah,
that level of competition is always gonna be there.
yeah,
Uh,
indeed,
you as an artist, you kind of just let it be known that you don't really care if you're in the conversation or not.
yeah,
For me, it's a different story because of the time and the effort that I put in. Yeah, you fucking right. I deserve to be in that
I feel that
conversation.
though. I,
You
I
know what
was
I'm
jamming you the
saying?
other day. I was putting up all your stuff. I said, man, this boy be eating, man. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I feel
mean,
that though. But that's what.
and that ain't no slight to nobody else because at the same time, I can give you your props because you got some records that are fucking jamming. And I
Yeah,
cannot sit up here and not say that or not acknowledge that. That would be wrong. And
yeah,
then I could flip it and go outside of both of us and say, Playmaker, yes, he's doing his shit. Dime Dada, yes, he's doing his shit. Kiki D, she's doing her shit. Janae
yeah,
Monique, and I can just go down the line because I'm tuned in to every. People might not think so, but I'm
yeah.
tuned in to a lot of 409 music. At least the 409 music that I feel
Me too.
represents
Me too.
the
And,
genuine side of the 409 because I'm gonna be dead ass honest here without saying any names.
yeah,
There
I,
are
I'm
there are certain artists out here who don't sound like the 409.
that's for sure.
And a lot of them pretend to rep the 409 when it's convenient for them, when everybody has eyes and ears on the situation, but realistically they don't give a fuck about the 409. Some of them don't even live in the 409, to be honest with you. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
it's
saying? But
true.
now we just gonna keep it about musically, because people send me records a lot. And I have to keep telling people, why you sound like Atlanta? Or why you sound
Man,
like
believe it or
Chicago?
not, yeah, I ain't gonna say no name, but I had a cat. He was like, man, you need to switch the flow up, man. This what it is now. And me, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so big on originality and stuff, man. Like I can't do it. So I was surprised that they even make it to the radio, man, and still be able to, rap how I rap, man. So yeah, I feel you on that though. Like
Oh,
everybody doing it.
I love the way you rap. I mean, it's first of all, you're rapping because it's a lot of people mainstream wise who are not rapping, who they call rappers. And I still don't get that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
feel, I feel, yeah, I agree.
rap stands for rhythmic American poetry. I hear boys going more the R&B route. And if that's what you do, cool. Put yourself in the Chris Brown category. Don't include yourself in a rap conversation because you're not a
I feel,
rapper. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? As far as
yeah,
409 is concerned, 409 in a way is a reflection of the industry at large because 4ix9ine has always been following. Let's
Yeah,
let's
because
let's
because
let.
we really don't have an identity what it is.
No, we got an identity. They
To
don't want
me,
to
in my
embrace
opinion,
it.
I think too many try to skip levels instead of them working their way up. They figure they'll sign like whoever on top, and like they just supposed to skip all these levels, and just because they sound like whoever on top, whether it's Drake, Turk, or whoever it is, or Wayne, they figure like they just supposed to be jumping them shoes, man. Like it don't work like that.
No, because
It don't work
you
like
got
that.
to put in work and pay dues
It's
before
yeah, for real. And
you
you see
get
what you
to.
doing, man. You got the podcast, man. Just had the radio. You say you got to work, man. And that's, to be honest with you, that's the main reason Flip even like came to me, because I was always working and I was by myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have like a lot of people, man. I'd be way in Dallas somewhere, and he kept, he every time he see me, I was grinding.
Right.
And that's just how I am, though, man. I'm built that way, so I'm always working. I'm always grinding, man. And you can't skip no levels, man. It's levels to this, man. And like you OG in the game, man. Like shit, they gotta work for that shit. They thinking they gonna sound like them niggas, and they don't know. That
Yeah.
ain't it.
I
That
mean,
ain't it.
if I could tell, if I could tell any young artist any key of advice, a lot of y'all need to go to a hip hop boot camp
Indeed.
and learn fundamentals, because a lot of this today is style driven. And the reason why I say that is because I'm a studier. I'm a student of the game. So
There
I
you go. There you
study.
go.
And
There you
then
go.
and
See,
so I'm looking at you and I'm saying, okay, yo, look, that's copy and paste. But your sound is the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other artists that's out. And I'm saying to myself, once I hear maybe 3 of your records and they all sound the same, where's the substance? Where's the depth? Where's the knowledge?
exactly.
Where's the news that you can use? Where's, maybe your life not happy, but you might have a happy song on there, or you might have a record about a girl on there, but there's none of that with these artists of today. It's like they make one type of record and they albums sound like that one type of record, which is why none of them have classic albums. None of them have any
Man,
music that you can jam for more than a 24-hour period.
like my girl, she'll get a CD, like somebody sell a CD or whatever. She'll come throw me the CD. She be like, man, I know you gonna listen to all. She's like, I don't know why you do that, man. You listen to everybody's CD. And I listen from 1 to however many songs. They got 1 to 12. And I'm looking just for one jam, like one hard jam. And a lot of times it'd be like track 1 sound the same all the way through the whole album, you
Yeah.
know? And
And
yeah,
people look at me strange when I say 98% of music today is garbage. And they say, they get their feelings hurt, they get their panties in a bunch as if they working for these people, and when I hit them with them questions, then they get real upset. But I got to ask you about the records that you've been making, because you got some jams. You made, oh man, you just be sampling the records that bring back so many childhood memories. Like with,
that's why I do it, man. You can't lose the old school, man.
yeah, you can't lose, because it's like with those type of records, you can grab the older audience that remembers the original, but your lyrics can grab the young generation.
Younger and pay homage at the same time,
Yeah, see, that's that Biggie formula.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How was it making the record I-10 Connected?
I-10 was, man, like when I heard the beat was talking to me just hearing the sample. And man, I damn near begged for that beat. I'm like, hey, G, whatever it costs. Like, I got you, man. Like, I think that was my introduction to solo. He really ain't know me at the time. So it was like, man, like I prayed. So I went through all that trouble to get the beat. When I got the beat, I couldn't even write to it because all I heard was zero. I'm like, man, how the hell I'm write to this? It's zero all the way. So then I had to go out my way, make a phone call, to flip to get zero number. They were on that. So it was like everything was perfect. On Kings of the South Part 2. So that was like it's easy work for me, man. That slide him on the song, on the track, and I remember sliding to after Roy was just supposed to put a hook on there. He put the hook in the verse, and I slid it to Shasta. I just remember Shasta like, man, we got us one, G. like he was ready freestyling to it. Like he already had his verse already freestyle. Like just the energy was crazy of it. I was like, man, this gonna be lit right here. So I already knew. I didn't know it was gonna take off like that, but yeah, it took off, and it got to a point I had to even push the album. The album getting ready, man. But nobody cared about the album. Only thing they cared about was I-10. Like, damn, man, this gonna be hard. How the hell am I outdo I-10? And
But
that's how the Bone Thugs and Harmony track came out. It was just hard. It was impossible to outdo I-10. So I just remember calling it Crazy Bone. It was supposed to be just me and Cray at the time. I'm like, hey, G, man, I'm stuck, man. I need y'all help. And I just remember him saying, man, like, shit, we pray for a come up, man. We gonna get it. And shit, we made it work.
yeah, because that's a big record too. You got Do or Die and Bone Thugs and Harmony on one record.
That's part of history, man. Like them two together on the track, man. Like, man, I didn't think I was gonna be able to pull it off, man. Like, it was cool though.
Well, before we get up out of here, can you talk about this latest record that you got out? The one with Southside.
Oh, Southside Amazing. Okay. See, Amazing was I definitely had to put some 409. I had to, and then I didn't stop right there either. So yeah, I had the showcase, the 409 talent. And
Right.
man, them cats really surprised me. They ain't surprised me, but the way they just rolled their beat and they brought that skill level, man, I was like, man, they killed me on my own track. Like, shit, I've been trying to tell everybody, man. So,
That's what's up,
yeah,
man.
that track, yeah, of course, that's another old school. We had, another throwback. And what's that? I think that's that Bobby Brown.
Yeah, that's a Bobby Brown sample.
Yeah, produced by Solo. So yeah, that turned out to be some heat right there.
Well, can you plug your social media so that people know where to follow you?
My Instagram is Clover G Boss 32. My fan page is Clover G Boss _ fan page. My TikTok is Clover G Boss. Facebook is Chris Edwards, my government name. And I think that's it right there.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Been trying to get this done for a while. And, we definitely got to do it again because we got some work to do.
For sure, man. Yeah, I got you. So I'm going to slide you a track. And I think I see down to one the other night. Yeah, I'll be working with y'all boys, man.
All right, shit, I appreciate it, man. On behalf of Clover G Boss, I am Cornbread Capone, and this is Unpopular Honesty.